Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. A lot of informations have been moving in and out on social media and mainstream media over the issue of David Umahi, the governor of Ebonyi State's move to leave PDP for APC. And all these things, a lot of Ndigbos have started reacting. Some are divided, some are saying, of course, that's a great move. And everybody's wondering, was that a smart move truly? People are wondering, why would David Umahi leave PDP, and what was it that made him leave PDP, and what was the unresponding or unfriendly promises that must have geared him towards leaving, or making him to think that virtually there's not really nothing to gain in staying back in PDP. And what Adendi was saying concerning this, judging the fact that all this move is actually geared towards Presidency 2023, come of course on that particular year. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the Pan-Igbo social, cultural and political organization Ohaneze Ndigbo has declared support for moves by Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi to dump the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to join the All Progressive Congress (APC). Umahi reportedly told PDP leaders at a meeting in Abuja on Tuesday that he was leaving the party because of its refusal to zone the 2023 presidential ticket to the southeast. Deputy National Publicity Secretary of Ohaneze, Chief Chuks Ibegu, described Umahi's planned move as legitimate. Ibegu said this in an telephone interview with in Enugu on Wednesday. He said PDP would be unkind not to zone the 2023 presidency to the southeast that has suffered a lot for it. In a related development, Umahi's planned move to join APC is yet to be officially communicated to the party. Deputy National Publicity Secretary of APC, that's Yekini Nabena, in response to inquiries on the issue on Wednesday, said our doors are wide open to receive all Nigerians who made the requirement laid down by the Constitution to join our party. For now, there has been no official communication either by writing, either from him, Umahi, or his people. All right, now, let's look at this very critically. In APC, there are stalwarts. There are people who have been in the queue for more than 4 years waiting for their turn. Yes, it's an open ideology, it's an open information. It's not a secret anymore that the president, President Muhammadu Buhari, this is his second tenure and his last tenure as a democratically elected president, and definitely he will not be contesting anymore. Hence, the platform is open for all and sundry. Now, for David Umahi to have left APC for PDP, is there any agreement written anywhere that they are zoning the presidency to the southeast? There's no agreement anywhere. It's an open ballot. Don't also forget that in that same APC, Jagoban, that's Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is still very much around. And also, though he has not officially announced it, but everybody have this general acceptable knowledge that he is or would love to vie for presidency come 2023. Don't also forget that our amiable Vice President, Yemi Osibajo, is also in APC, though he has not agreed to say anything on 2023 because he's, of course, which is also very normal. He is saying that let's finish up this particular tenure. Let's concentrate on the dividend of democracy and make Nigeria a better place before we start thinking of 2023 and its elections and challenges that will come then, which means he neither denied or accepted, but by default that means also it's also an open ticket for him as well. And those are southwest. Now southeast, don't forget, we also have the north as well, who also are not seeing the whole thing as just the south thing. They also would vie for that position. Now, moving from PDP to APC, is there any agreement or any guarantee that they're zoning it to southeast? Have APC agreed that there will be anything called zoning, and will they be zoning it to southeast? There's no such thing. Moving from frying pan to fire, I don't understand. Now, You're leaving APC simply, you're leaving PDP simply because the PDP have, by default, according to what we heard, is that they are not zoning it to Southeast, of course. Literally, as in zoning it to South, I'm talking about presidency here now. Literally, we all know that the last presidential candidate they brought out, that flag bearer, I'm talking about Atiku Abubakar, he didn't clinch. Yes, he clinched the ticket, but he didn't become the president. He didn't win the elections, and a lot of people, feelers in the party, sympathizers in the party, are saying he spent so much that it's only normal for him to, articulate again 2023, which means by default is as if there's some sort of agreement of some sort that come 2023 articulates, that's Atiku and Obi may likely also come up. But of course, it is going to be contested. But there's this general feeling that it may just be an Atiku ticket again. Now, there's no need drawing bad blood. Basically, what Ohaneze, basically what Governor David Umahi is looking at. So instead of drawing bad blood, and the fact that they're not even thinking of making Igbo, giving Igbo the slot of presidency. Why not let me try APC, where I may likely be giving that ticket? I feel that this is going to be one of the greatest political mistakes David Umahi will be making. There's no promise even in APC yet concerning it. So why jump from a place you're not sure of? Except, of course, he's looking at the VP position. But all right, let's hear what Nigerians are saying concerning this matter. But Ohaneze Ndigbo is drawing so much support. So, okay, go to any party, particularly APC, if they are giving support to Ndigbo. The question is, did APC say they are zoning it? They said their party is open to everybody, every region. Come on, buy the ticket. The ticket alone, to buy the form alone in APC itself is going to run into millions of naira. That alone is money for fund generation. Of course, our governors have money, but the question is, are you sure you clinch the ticket? Don't forget you're a cross-carpeter. And if you're a cross-carpeter, you still don't have loyalists within that party. I just hope that what happened to Bukola Saraki when during cross-carpeting will not happen to David Umahi during this whole period when it all begins. Anyway, it's earlier to start early. Maybe that's why he's trying to move now, so that hopefully he'll begin to canvass for, people who would be loyal to him. Let's see how it plays out though. But let's hear what Nigerians are saying concerning this very quickly. This one here is saying, it's not PDP's fault. Ohaneze said Sabisi, most Igbos have already decided to vote for Atiku once again in 2023. Igbo and PDP don't sign blood covenant. This one here is saying, now the Igbos are growing some balls. You're one of the major tribes. You can't play second fiddle in PDP for eternity. Even if Nigeria will break up tomorrow, at least make a point by showing you can really compete in the murky waters of politics. This one here is saying, PDP needs to understand this. There should be a reward for loyalty. And if they continue in this light, as in if PDP continues in this light, they may likely be losing more hands. If generally lots of southeastern states are majorly PDP states. Same thing with southeast. It's majorly a PDP state. Anambra, I think, is PDP. The Abia State is also PDP. Of course, Edo State became PDP. Rivers is PDP. Bayelsa is PDP. Whoa, quite a lot of states. I think it's only Imo State thereabout that is APC around this particular region. So we're talking about south and southeast. But for southwest, they have a little more of APC. Okay, apart from one or two others, I think they have more of APC. But looking at all this, I think PDP should have looked at a way of compensating their loyalists truly. But the question is there a part signed that the Ndigbos will not continually smell the number one position in the country, or just politics being played out and they are learning how to play this politics? This is what here saying, Ohaneze have always been wonderful. Umahi, you are free to go. No need for shalaye. We the elders have known your intentions a very long time ago. Wow. Like the PDP or anybody, any explanation? Why are Igbo's leaders like this? If PDP can't zone presidencies to Southeast after 20 long years, then form alliance in another party and try your luck. At least APC will zone it to only southern Nigeria, meaning Umahi, Rogers Okorocha, Ojus Okalo, and other APC Igbos would contest, and the presidential primaries with only South-South and Southwest. Worst case scenario, if Umahi loses in APC presidential election, he gets a very strategic position. PDP wants to zone it to the north again without even giving Igbo a fair chance to contest. To make matters worse, they're picking a South-South vice president. Wow, that's what we'll wrap it up. What's your take on what people are saying on social media? And of course, what's your take of the chances that David Umahi may